Hazrat Amir Khusro created that, you know. ये जो और फिर ये जो तुम ताना ना ना ना, जो तराना स्टाइल ऑफ सिंगिंग है, ये सारा उनका क्रिएट किया गया, तो इसमें कोई कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है ही नहीं। अच्छा, ये भी मैं आपको बताता चलूं कि अगर आप मुस्लिम मेजॉरिटी कंट्रीज को देखें, सही है, तो हमारी टोटली यूनिक एक्सप्रेशन है, जो सूफिक एक्सप्रेशन है हमारा। अगर आप टर्की में जाएंगे, वहां मौलाना रूमी का आपको नजर आएगा, आपको ये वर्लिंग डर्विश का जो उन्होंने वो भी समा है, वो उनकी एक्सप्रेशन है। अगर आप चले जाएंगे इसमें नॉर्थ अफ्रीका में, ठीक है, मोरक्को में, उनका जो समा है वो टोटली उसकी फर्क, वो बड़ा रिदमिकल है, और मुझे लगता है कि जो स्कॉलरशिप है ना इसके ऊपर, उसको और बढ़ाना चाहिए। I taught 7 years at Queen's College, South Asian arts and culture, Sufi, poetry and music. वो मैंने रियलाइज किया कि इतना ज्यादा एक यूनिक एक्सप्रेशन है कि यहाँ मेरे जो स्टूडेंट्स थे, they were mostly sort of Westerners who were so interested in it. So we should we should be doing that more to reflect our traditions, our culture.
Thank you, Salman. I completely agree, and thank you for sharing the context, because as you were saying, talking about it, I did not know a lot. So I think the more we talk about it and educate ourselves, I think we find the connection. So Talat, over to you.
Fantastic, Salman. So let's move on to what's happening with you now. What are you working on? What projects are you doing now? What can we expect to see from Salman Ahmed of Junoon? And that's part one. And part two is, you're in the States. You've been there for the last 19 years. How do you still manage to have that stronghold in Pakistan with your fans? How do you keep in touch with people and your fans? And how do you make sure you're alive still in their minds and their hearts?
Yeah. So Talat, first of all, we are going through, the worst pandemic in over 100 years, right? And last year, in April, I was diagnosed COVID positive, and so I was in quarantine here. And during quarantine, it gave me a chance to really introspect. And I asked myself, what is it, who am I? What is my purpose? Because 2,000 people a day were dying here in the United States. It was New York was the epicenter of the virus, right? And in that time, I just realized that life is so fragile, it can go anyway. So what are the things that I really want to do? So I was asked to work on COVID-19. Once I sort of, got better, I'm an ambassador for COVID-19 for South Asia. And while I was in Pakistan for about 5 months last year, I had an opportunity to interview Prime Minister Imran Khan, Now, the interview was supposed to be focused on COVID-19, but it went on longer. Like it went on, and I asked a lot more questions. When I brought that interview back here and I watched it, I realized that there's a documentary in this, So I've been working on that since last November. It's a 4-part documentary on Prime Minister Imran Khan, and it's called Spiritual Democracy.
Okay, so that's something you're working on. Great. Is there anything else in terms of, what about on the music side? Are you doing anything with Junoon, with your own music, your own, what are you doing on that?
So Talat, interestingly, this is the 30th anniversary of Junoon, 2021.
Oh, fantastic.
So what I did was, for this film, the soundtrack is all the songs of Junoon from, over the last 30 years,
Amazing.
So I was able to bring together, the music, the film, and the interview in one sort of a circle.
Oh, that sounds interesting. So when can we hope to get some kind of trailer on that? या कब मिलेगा वो? कब सुन सकते हैं हम?
I can share the trailer with you guys. It's supposed to be coming out later on 2021.
Okay, that sounds amazing. So that's how do you keep in touch with the millions of fans that you guys have all over the world? I know last year, or was it year before last, you guys had before I think COVID, you guys had a huge concert in Pakistan, which was a sellout. Then I think you guys were in Dubai as well. You had a concert here. You guys got together again, right, as a band, and it was a sellout again after so many years. So clearly, there's a huge impact you've had on a lot of people in terms of music. So how are you going to keep that up, and what can we expect from Junoon, the band, and the music?
So 2019, when actually it was 2018 December when we did a reunion concert in Karachi, right? So I was extremely pleasantly surprised that a lot of people were like teenagers in the audience, and they knew the lyrics to our songs, which was strange because I thought, after not playing for 14 years, the people would have forgotten. Like, there was people in the audience, and then we went on a world tour in 2019. We went to Dubai, Europe, North America. Last year we played Qatar. That was the last show that we did, and we were supposed to tour, but because of COVID, all the concerts got cancelled because of COVID-19. So I don't know what the future holds, but I just know I'm very lucky, extremely lucky for people to sort of like one of our songs, Sayuni. It's the most covered song in South Asia, most covered Pakistani rock song in South Asia. It's been done by films, people in films, and musicians everywhere. So that came out in 1998, right? And if you think about the amount of music which comes out every year through films, and I feel very lucky, blessed that people still want to listen to Junoon's music.
Absolutely. And always, Salman, with that, we come to the end of our interview. It would be nice for us to get just a quick 1 or 2 minute rendition of something with you on the guitar, just to close things out.
Sure. Let's see. Meera sacha